So what can we do about it? With 6 out of 10 of us fighting the battle of the bulge, it's time to face facts, with a little help from the experts at one of the nation's leading weight loss programs, the Duke Diet and Fitness Center in Durham, North Carolina.
As you know, this program is very medically involved. Everybody will have an admission history and physical.
The man with the answers is Dr. Howard Eisenson. But as you're about to see, for just about every answer, there seems to be another question. Take talk about an obesity gene.
We thought that there might be for a while, but it looks like it's not that simple, unfortunately. There's probably several hundred genes that play a role in body weight regulation.
Is it fair to say that part of it is about willpower?
I don't think you can generalize and say that someone who suffers from excess weight lacks willpower, because they may have a great deal of self-discipline in many aspects of their life.
What's the link between obesity and depression? We put that question to psychologist Ruth Wolliver, Director of Behavioral Health at Duke.
And I think you have some people who are depressed because they're obese, some who are obese because they're depressed. It's one of those things that's also very much intertwined.
What if you grew up in an environment surrounded by food? My mother always overfed me. That kind of excuse.
Right. That's why I grew up with that, or I have to do a lot of socializing in my work, or my spouse insists on keeping the refrigerator stocked with all kinds of foods that tempt me. But ultimately, if we're going to be successful, we have to take ownership for solving our problem.
The program at Duke is designed to help patients do just that. There are medical checkups to monitor obesity-related diseases.
That's super, Tim. 112/60.
Patients get counseling on exercise, nutrition, and behavior.
There's a lot of little desserts like this that are pre-measured for you.
Classes teach you how to change everything, even your dishes.
Not very satisfying if you have a little portion on a big plate. So try to invest in some smaller plates at home, maybe using a salad plate for dinner.
It is a whole new way of looking at life.
There is no panacea. You know, this is a lifelong condition that people have to manage over and over and over again.
Morning, Amanda. How you doing?
The program isn't cheap. The average stay here is a month at about $8,000. Nationally, only 20% of dieters say they maintain their weight loss after a year. But Duke says it has around an 80% success rate. Still, there are plenty of repeat customers, like 71-year-old Jim Collier.
I've come here now 3 times in 3 years.
You've come to Duke. This is your third time
in 3 successive years.
Collier insists the third time is the charm.
I feel this time I've learned to put myself in control and no longer expect others to do it for me.
For some patients, doctors discuss a more drastic solution: surgery, having a stomach partially removed or stapled.
I don't want them to leave here without having heard the facts about surgery, which basically are that it's safer and more effective than many people realize.
And a new kind of help may be in our future. Dr. Louis Aroni of the New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medical Center, believes that eventually new drugs could keep us from getting fat in the first place.
I envision a future where, maybe we should be treating obesity like high blood pressure. As they start to gain weight and get to a certain point, we intervene with a tiny amount of medicine to prevent them from gaining more weight. Maybe that's what we need to be doing.
In the meantime, there is a new generation of weight loss drugs that could be available soon, including Cunexa.
I think that there are going to be a number of effective treatments that become available, and this is going to be one of them. People who continued in this trial for 1 year lost between 13 and 15% of their body weight.
While they can have side effects, Aroni says the new drugs represent a better understanding of weight-regulating systems in the body.
Basically, they work in the brain to reduce the sense of craving, to increase your sense of fullness, and to increase metabolic rate.
Just what the doctor ordered? Maybe. But as researchers come to understand the disease that is now the nation's second leading preventable cause of death after smoking, they also understand that there is no such thing as one size fits all.